Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Golden here, back with yet another new video. So, today, we are back on WorldBox, but this time, we're doing something just a little bit different. Instead of our traditional Battle Royale series, we are doing a 32 Kingdom bracket tournament. So, how is this going to work? Well, if you're familiar with sports at all, you're familiar with the bracket format. We have 32 teams in the first round, and the winners of those first round matchups move on to the second round and play each other, and then so on and so forth until there is just one team left standing as the champs. So, very easy to follow and very fun. With that being said, we're going to jump right into this. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I have a little bit of something special for you guys saved at the end of this video, so stick around for that. But yeah, much love, thank you for all the support, and let's get right into this video. See you guys there. Okay, given that I have not messed up, we are good to go. So, welcome back. I just whisper of word to everybody. So, with that being said, the way this is going to work is whenever a country wins, right? So, we have these two rounds. Let's say a cock wins, right? You see how there's these mountains here? Well, I open up those mountains and basically unleash that kingdom in here. I am actually going to save it, though, until both sides of the bracket, of like the part of the bracket that opened. Until both have had a winner. And then it'll open up, because I don't want one country to be able to settle all this. That feels very unfair. Like, if they just dominate one, and then the other one is, like, stuck in, like, a stalemate. That seems super unfair. So, yeah, that's how this is going to go. And then, basically, it's just going to be like that the entire time until we get to have a winner down in here. Last country standing will be present in here and all other tiles. And, yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support on all the previous videos. I really do appreciate it. And, yeah, without further ado, you already know the moves. We're going to 2 speed it because these are very tiny countries right now. And pretty much just going to try and see what happens. It's going to be a little bit difficult, but, you know, we'll do our best. It's going to be a little bit difficult given how many there are. And already a lot of these guys are getting taken over. Or at least attempted to be taken over. Like I said, diplomacy is off. So we are not... Also, let me turn on the music. We are not going to see any, like, peace deals. Once these wars start, they go until they finish. But yeah, so it looks like the first country that's gonna fall here, I'm trying to, like, keep an eye out over here, but, like, there's so many. Like, there's honestly not really much point in paying attention to the first round here. But it looks like the first country that's gonna fall is, Angson, which was, or not Angson, what the was their name? I don't remember their name, but Great Tashil took them over. So Great Tashil gets the first win of the bracket so far. Like I said, we're really not going to be able to keep up with this because there's just 32 fights going on at once, which makes it very hard to keep up with. But we're going to let these first rounds play out. Now that I think all the first rounds have played out, let's see. 1, 2... Oh, no, these guys are still going. Okay, this entire side of bracket has finished. We're going to let these two finish it off. We'll go check this out because these are the last of the first round. Once last of first round ends, we are going to open up the bracket. It looks like... No, okay, I was gonna say I really hope Cock doesn't lose. That would be so disappointing. I'm rooting for Cock, baby. I love Cock.
What? What the fuck?
What? Oh no, the Cock's fucked. Guys, they fucked over Cock. Oh my god, Cock holds on. By the skin of his taint, he holds on. Holy shit. Dude, are they just... everyone else's wars went by so fast. And then you just have these two. Fucking... literally doing fuck all to one another. First off, Cock, I feel like, hasn't even tried fighting back. Okay, well, it might not fucking matter. This one seems like they're actually dead. And they are. Everybody, hold on, wait. Before we get too far into this, let us remember Cock for all of his amazing moments. Okay? Let's give a salute. Miss you, buddy. I miss you. I'll never forget you. Okay? I'll never forget you. I'll never forget you, buddy. Okay, anyways, back to the fucking gameplay. Because now I have to open these all up. This is gonna be a really fast video. I just realized that. Holy shit.
I just wanna fuck a dude. His tongue is so sticky like glue. I made his dick hard and it grew.
Now I have to get rid of these mountains. Once they start getting settlements in this new bracket, guess what? War starts yet again. There is very brief moments of peace in this bracket. Because guess what? There is no peace. There is no peace. Okay, there's not. Holy fuck, though. Some of these empires are already hitting, like, massive numbers that, like, typically... And I know why. There's 8,000 fucking things of food here. But typically you don't see these empires have these numbers so early. So it's so interesting seeing it. I am gonna miss Cock, though. I do wonder how this is gonna go, though. Like, at a certain point, how is this gonna work? Because, like, I'm not opening up these parts of the bracket. I feel like these are meant to be, like, closed forever. So, like, at a certain point, it's just going to be one nation in the middle that's trying to push through, like, everything else. And I feel like that's going to take fucking forever. And bam! All right. Now everybody is... All these individual brackets are at war. By the way, yeah, that's just a fucking bracket tournament. Like, this is like NBA playoffs type shit. Anyways, everyone's at war now. As they should be. Like I said, it's going to be really hard to keep track of these wars early on. Just because there still are 16 countries remaining. So it's just going to be a little bit difficult for me to really keep an eye on it. But I'm going to try my best. Early on, we are seeing... What is this country? Adogo. Adogo is trying to take one of... oh my god, I read that as Olus. I don't think I can say the word, but S-L-U-T. I read that as that. And I was like, oh my god. Okay, so that's the first village I think that got taken out of any of these new ones that were spawned. Oh wow, holy shit, this is... Oh no, okay, this is the one village. I thought this was like also like a new villager like here. Okay, I'm gonna try and keep an eye out here. Okay, they're immediately getting taken right back over. Arva's gonna fall right away, right after being taken over the first time. No nations have died yet. Out of these 16 teams, they're all still standing. How long that'll last? Only God knows. These guys, how did they fucking do that? Now what the fuck was that, eBay? Because why did they allow them to take this? Dude, they're so cooked. eBay's so cooked. They have no shot. They're going to lose their capital, and then they have this city of 14 people. Dude, they're so dead. Barring a miraculous comeback out of eBay, they're so dead. Like, that is so cooked. Holy shit. eBay's so dead out there. Okay. That's a big take back for, what is this country? Eb. Eb just took back Hunshin, which is their biggest city. That's massive. Has anybody died yet? Okay. Great Alif died, which was taken over by the Edie. Okay, so the Edie are the first out of these 16, I believe. Yeah, first out of these 16 to fully conquer. No, there's been a few others. I'm lying. There's been a few others that I missed. I definitely missed some. That was the first notification that I saw. Okay, and that... We're down to 4 on this side. We have one more. We have one more conflict going on. It's right between these two. It's Wu and Ab Hegemony, or fuck, dude. I always struggle with this word. I always struggle with this word. I'm gonna say hegemony, but I don't think that's how you pronounce that.
Hegemony.
Anyways, Hegemony is about to lose one of their cities. They do. So now they're down to 2. Barring a miraculous comeback, again, which we have seen it. But barring a miraculous comeback, they're pretty much cooked here. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. This is not good. This is not good. They might lose, like, here's the issue with this, right? These outer cities, not enough population. So even if you take any Mowau, right, you're not in a good spot. Because you only have one city with a real population, so they could easily take that back over. Casadrin, holding on for dear life. Just absolutely holding on. These guys have a bunch of warriors, I think. Or are those guys working the farm? They are working the farm, but, like, I can't tell if those are swords or, like, hoes. I don't fucking know. Regardless, wow, this war has taken so long. This is like a game 7. This is like a game 7. Everyone else is in, like, end of their round. This is going all the way to 7. That's crazy. Okay, can we finally get some goddamn movement, though? Because this is taking so long. Okay, they lose Casadrin. With that, I think they're cooked. Yeah, Hegemony, they're about to lose the shit run as well. And then I think Added is just on the next chopping block. I think Added's gone. I mean, unless they take back Shidrun. Yo, okay, they defended Shidrun. What is this country called? Wu. Wu defended Shidrun. Gotta give them a lot of credit there. Gotta give them a lot. They did that. Okay, yeah, now they're dead. Rest in peace, Hegemony. You died. A very valiant effort, though. I'm gonna give them a lot of credit. Very valiant effort. They absolutely could have gotten eliminated way earlier like the rest of these guys did. Everyone else's war has been over for a while. So the fact that Hegemony was like holding on for dear life for so long, massive amounts of respect. Massive amounts of respect. With that being said, this is such a fast moving video. With that being said, we're going right into the next round, which means I have to first open these up and then I'll declare the wars. But yeah, let me declare these wars. Now is where we're getting to a point where I can actually keep up, because we are at 8 kingdoms, and that is a lot easier. Now, with that being said, I am just gonna rename their capitals to their actual kingdom names, now that it matters a little bit more, because I don't want to be like, who's this? And then be like confused forever. And because I understand that probably gets really annoying. So, let me just rename these really quick. Let's get right into this next round. Round number, what is this? 3? Round 3, right? Yeah, because you had round 1, round 2, round 3. Yeah, we're entering round 3 right now. Let's get into it. Let's go, baby. This is on 2 speed because I'm not trying to have this get speed ran, respectfully. But let's get on and get into this. You can already see a clash happening between Edie and Uidu. Same here with Adogo and Nidek. The king already got killed of Nidek. The king of Nidek already got killed. Was there a village here? Because it just said there was a village destroyed. There was. So that got immediately taken. Or not taken, but destroyed by Adogo. So their king was at the new village? What the fuck? Okay, we already have a new village spawned out by Edie. That's the first one that I've had the time to see before it got absolutely destroyed. Okay, we also have Aso, or Akko, however you want to pronounce that. They've already taken over one of Wu's villages, Casadrin. That is a big get early on. They're the only, that's the only war where we have seen a territory switch hands. Shidrun might get taken here as well. It does. Same with Adod. So they have lost this back right bracket, Wu, which is not exactly great, let me tell you. But they are holding on for dear life with Casadrin. Over here, we have another conflict between Idek and Tashiel. They're fighting over what seems like the village of Vopa. And over here, you have Uidu trying to take the capital of Edie. It looks like they will. Edie might just immediately lose their capital. Same with their second city that they ever formed, Vewa. They also lose that one. That is a big loss. They're already down to 4. Same with Nidek, by the way. Nidek has also lost a lot of their villages, also down to 4, and they're going to lose their capital as well. Nidek have also lost their capital. And Tashiel are down to 2. Everybody, so this is rapidly switching to a very, very, very quick war. Like these are hard fought early on, and then it immediately switches over into like dominance, which is insane because like you would expect it to be like more hard fought over time, but no, weirdly it just dominoes rapidly into like someone taking over completely. Yasiva, or I don't even think, Edie, this Edie has lost their capital and they're down to 1 village, which is Anuna. So Edie's screwed. Edie's dead. They're gonna be the first kingdom out of these remaining 8 to be eliminated, in my opinion, and it is official. Edie have been eliminated. What even is this one? Is this Asin up here? No, Tashiel. That's right. That's Tashiel. Tashiel holding on for dear life up there. It's so difficult to remember once they lose their capitals because I'm just like, who was this? But you know, you figure it out. Nidek also just down to 2 cities. Tashiel, by the way, still trying to hold on. They are still trying to hold on. They're trying to take these outer cities, but they are going to lose Vopa. I don't know why I keep reading that as a Q. Vopa, and that is horrible. They are already down to just their original 2, or not even their original 2, but 2 of their villages. And it's the same story over here for Nidek. Nidek, super low. They're about to lose their second most populous village right now, not making most populated. And that's gone, and that is going to be a wrap on them. Adogo is also going to take over Nidek. Wow, Tashiel's dead. Nidek's dead. The only conflict. What is it with this corner of the map? Why? I'm losing my fucking mind because this corner of the map has had the 2 longest battles so far. And it's all these areas are identical to one another. I need to make that clear. These are all identical. There is no benefit to being in one part of the bracket or another. These are all identical. So why are these conflicts the ones that are going to game 7 every time? I'm losing my fucking mind. I mean, it's literally just Akko and Wu are just chilling. Everyone else, by the way, getting the setup, getting to get ready for their next conflict, right? They're getting their areas built, and yet this area just always goes the distance. I don't know what it is about this area. Maybe it's slightly different. I don't know how, I don't know why. On the map, it looks identical, but in my mind, it has to be different. Otherwise, this makes no goddamn sense. I'm gonna speed this up because, like, literally nothing is happening here. Okay, Shidrun is about to be taken. That is a big gain by Akko. Shidrun's gone. I can't even fucking read. Inomowo is about to be taken. No, they hold on. Shidrun was almost taken back over by Wu. They might actually take that back over, and they won't. Oh my god, I thought they had that. And they do, actually. Okay, took a second effort, but they did get Shidrun. Inomowo, though, is about to fall to Akko. It does. And now Wu. This is the worst position you can be in. Pushed into 2 separate corners. Because they are not connected. This mountain makes it so they cannot get troops across. They have to wrap around if they want to get to either corner. And that means Shidrun is about to fall, which leaves Adod, Wu, and Kudao. Inomowo, though, does get taken. That's big. That's a big gain. That's what they needed. They need to retake their territory out here if they want to even have a chance at survival. And right now, it's back to being a stalemate pretty much. Woo, obviously, on their back foot, they really don't have much that they can afford to lose here. They need to take some gains. If they can take Casadrian, that's a big get for them. But right now, it just does not seem super likely. They need Casadrian, though. In my opinion, that is a must get. Because if they have any intent of taking this back, or even just, going straight for this, they need that city. Except, Kudao is about to be taken, and it is! That was their most populous city, and with that, this could be the end of Wu. Except they take that back! So now it's Mowo getting taken over, and that's taken over by Eiko, and now Wu back to just having 2 villages in this coffin corner. And this is literally about the worst spot that you can be in. Kudo trying to be taken over by Eiko. And that will fall. Wu left to just 1 village standing. Will they hold on? They just had a big population surge. That was just at 89, I feel. And it just shot up to 97. I have no idea what caused that population surge. But it likely will not be enough as Wu will fall, leaving 4 kingdoms on the map. The kingdom of Eiko, the kingdom of Adogo, Uidu, and Aitik. And this is going to be a crazy conflict, honestly. Everyone else has pretty much had time to build up their villages. Meanwhile, Eiko and, oh my god, Wu, they were just brawling for like legitimately 5 good minutes. It was just them in this corner just going at it. Which isn't great for Eiko because they don't have the numbers that Uidu, Aitik, or especially Adogo have because Adogo is their next opponent. But, we've seen that numbers don't always matter in this game to a degree, so we'll see. With that being said, let me pause and get into destroying these barriers, right? I don't know if you can see them, but right here, let me destroy these barriers and get these wars declared. Need to be very careful not to destroy that central wall because that is for the finals. Cool. All right. And now with that, we are going to start these semifinals off of this bracket. Without further ado, Whisper of Warring these nations to go at it. Eiko, Adogo, Aitik, Uidu. One of these 4 teams will be the champs. And we only have to wait 1 more round to figure out who that will be. And we have an immediate brawl here between Aitik and Uidu. Let's hop in. It doesn't really visually show much, but they are absolutely trying to take over this village. They burnt down a house, and immediately Uidu takes over one of Aitik's villages. Meanwhile, same story over here for Adogo, taking over one of Eiko's villages. And now it is a brawl here over any Mowo. You can see, based off of these icons, a lot of shit happening over here. They are trying to take a Sadrian. That likely will fall. Tehoina also falls. And now, this is, again, I need to pause. I cannot express enough how brutal of a position this is to be found in. When you are Eiko and you are fragmented like this, or you are Aitik and you are fragmented like this, you are absolutely, honestly, kind of shit out of luck. Because once you get pushed into a corner, it becomes extremely hard to break out of that corner. Now, it isn't as big of a death sentence as it was earlier, especially in the previous round where if you were, let's say, pushed just here, you're screwed, right? Now you have a few other villages that you can push out of in this bottom corner or in this top corner, right? Because they're trying to push through slowly over here. But it still is not great because you kind of are just pushed, again, back in a corner, and they can kind of just pick you off 1 by 1 in each village. Because, as I mentioned, yes, you have 2 villages here, but then there's a mountain blocking that connection from these 2 villages. So although the borders show that they are connected, they actually aren't. They cannot get troops easily across. They have to wrap all the way around. So if you lose a village, guess what? It becomes a lot harder to take it back. And the more villages you lose, the worse and worse and worse it gets. But yeah, I just wanted to break that down for you guys really quick, explain why this is basically almost already a death sentence for Eiko and Aitik, barring a miraculous comeback. But yeah, we will see how this continues to go. And let's just jump right back into it. Aitik lose Binwa, which was right next to their capital. Aitik getting their capital taken, and that will fall. Aitik down to just these top, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 8 villages. These top 8 villages are all that remain for Aitik. And that is not exactly what you want if you are them. Uidu kind of just have a free control, and they are already pushing into Miwad and Ikdrin. They take Miwad. Igdrain next to fall. That seems like that's going to go. And it does. The king already was out of there going to Vopa. And that is nearby their new capital. Eiko having similar issues. They're just getting overran here rapidly by a Dogo. It is like it genuinely becomes so much harder to succeed the more pushed back you get. Because you just keep getting cornered. And right now, I think we can pretty confidently say the final will be Uidu and a Dogo. I feel very confident in saying that. We will see though. Vopa does get taken over by Uidu. And Uidu now just have 4 villages to go. The population differential is 1,943 to 407. Massive differential. And that is showing right now as they are steamrolling through Idek. And now Idek left with just 2 villages left. Hikiporo and Ohunsen. And those look like those are going to fall. Same story with Eiko. Eiko just left with Laikido and Yusika. And Laikido seems to be on the way out. Same with Hikiporo. We will see actually. These are like falling in unison with one another. Like, I think that was actually about identical timing. Yusika, Ohunsen. Ohunsen will fall. Idek are eliminated. Eiko are eliminated. Down to just 2 nations standing. Already down to just 2 nations standing. What a gauntlet this has been. Absolutely. It's just insanely fast-paced. Like, I need to note, this is so fast compared to what I'm used to. But yeah, with that being said, we are going to get right on into this final round here. And I mean, truly, this has just been extremely fast-paced. I'm shocked by how fast this has gone. 2 villages remain. Well, not villages, kingdoms. And with that, we're going to jump right on into this. And yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm a Whisper of War these 2. And let's get it going. Unpause, and right off rip, we are going to see... I don't imagine there's going to be a media conflict. Maybe there will. Holy shit, no, there definitely is going to be. Right in the middle here, we can see those large numbers coming across. And there we go, we have... Oh no, they jumped a wolf. They jumped a fucking wolf. Okay, we have a village settled here by a Dogo. There are so many villages, so sometimes I struggle with finding the names. But yeah, Dogo, right here. Set up Caustrian. We're going to slow down this to like 2 speed, as this is the initial conflicts. There are just so many fucking enemies. Each kingdom has like 1,500 people. Not even 2,200 people. This is absurd. But yeah, this is just such a dumb fucking concept. I love it. I love it so much, but it's so stupid. We have a lot of early conflict though. Both kingdoms are expanding. You have a Dogo, you have Uidu, both expanding into these new territories. Uidu already taking over one of Adogo's villages. That was so fucking fast. And they are just bringing in so many numbers. They have such similar colors. Let me change the colors up a bit. Because, admittedly, I was a little bit confused on what just happened there for a quick second. So let me just go change up these colors. There we go. Kingdom color. We'll make it pink. There we go. So it stands out. Uidu, Adogo. Let's get right into it. Let's go. Okay. So Adogo took back the village that Uidu took, and then they lost it again. So this is so fucking rapid. I love how rapid it is, but holy fuck, it is actually kind of stressful to have to commentate. Okay, they take it back again. Adogo retake their village that they had just recently lost to Uidu. Uidu trying to take Polibi. Polibi looks like it is going to fall here, barring a massive influx of troops. Polibi does fall, and you can see Uidu just sending in a bunch of platoons. Literally, there's no one back here. You can see Uidu sending so many guys out. Nobody is guarding Adogo. I don't know why. Nobody's guarding it. Like, the amount of fucking platoons coming down is absurd. But Adogo is about to lose Sadrin, which is bad. That's a pretty important village because, again, as we've gone over numerous times, that just splits their kingdom. And that is so bad. But they are going to also lose Enimowo, and this is already looking like a potential Uidu victory. Adogo, though, not giving up just yet. They're taking back Caustrian. They just took Go Tokyo, and they're trying to take back Omiwo, or Emi. I'm having a fucking stroke trying to read these words, dude. Enimowo. They take that. They've pretty much pushed out Uidu, which makes sense when you looked at the map, when you realized Uidu had no one back, so they kind of couldn't resupply people. Which was a big issue. Okay, Adogo losing Kostrin again, but they are pushing into Uidu territory, which is important. But they are also absolutely getting trounced in this lower corner. Adogo is taking their sweet fucking time. They are not taking over anything, really. Uidu is just gunning it. Adogo trying to take back some of their old villages. They are going to take back Bjork, or how I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. I'm just going to say Bjork. And Tokyo, one of the most important villages they probably took because that was a good foothold for them, just got taken back over. Adogo is absolutely cooked. Okay, Adogo almost took back Kostrin. They didn't. They failed that miserably. Arva is getting taken over by Uidu, except, psych bitch, you thought. That gets stopped. This has just been practically a stalemate. I would say Uidu has had the upper hand, and especially since now they're settling these new territories, that's helping them out a lot. But fucking, they reset. Adogo reset the fucking map just now. Like, genuinely what just happened. And then Uidu, again, you can see all these armies. Here's the issue. Adogo seems to not have any goddamn military. Like, they're just getting stomped on. Like, genuinely, look at this map. You have, like, 7 platoons right here. Probably another 7 right here. Adogo might have, like, 7 total platoons. No, they have more than that. But, you know, it's not great. The fact that they're getting taken, like, attacked with 14 when they don't even have, like, 3 seemingly near the front lines explains why they're getting absolutely trounced. But Enimowo gets taken back over by Uidu. And same with Kostrin. Those 2 cities have been raising new banners every 5 minutes, it feels like. Like, in universe, imagine this. Imagine this. Just constantly getting taken over and then recaptured by your original country, then taken over again. That'd be so infuriating. Okay. Uidu now have taken over 4 villages legitimately like that. Like, that was so fast. And they are just making a push here. I will give Adogo credit. They are trying to take back their old villages that they have lost, but it is not looking good. They're about to lose Afia. They do lose that. They lose Anidrum, and they are getting absolutely cornered. They have no idea what defense is. They're the Lakers of this world, okay? It was... Actually, I wouldn't even say they're the Lakers, because they don't even have a good offense. They just are bad. They somehow made it all the way to the finals being dog shit. They are finally figuring out that they have to attack a little bit. And it's only whenever they get taken over that they figure out they have to attack. Okay. This has been another reset, basically. This is... Dude. I don't even know what to say. Okay, they lost Tiva. So, Uidu's still making some games. I don't know how they made the finals like this. This is a shit performance out of them. But they made it. So, you know what? Gotta give them their credit. Gotta give them their flowers. It just is like, they look completely lost. Where's their military? They're keeping their guys, like, in their capitals and, like, their back cities. When really, you can't be focused on that. You just gotta try and be aggressive. Because that's what Uidu's doing. And they're Uiduing it, you know? They're Uiduing getting this up. Adogo retaking Tiva. Tiva gets taken. Anedrin. They're trying to make a push there. I don't know why Uidu's calling their armies back. I feel like they should just keep being aggressive. Because it's clearly working. But, you know. It's not. For whatever reason. They're just calling their guys back. Like, genuinely, if they just were like, sick them. That'd be so easy. Except they're not. And that's infuriating. So it just keeps going back and forth. There has been no difference, basically. Like, there has been so many takeovers and losses and wins. And yet, we're just back at a stalemate. Okay. Another reset. Here's the issue. Uidu, right? They're being very, not smart. They should be more aggressive. But what they're doing isn't necessarily, like, the worst idea. Because what they're doing, in a way, is kind of working. Because as they're taking over these villages, or fighting over these villages, they are adding new villages in these empty lands. So it is, like, kind of working. Except it's just, like, infuriating when, like, they have them begging on their hands and knees not to get taken over. And then they just, like, pull back randomly. And it's like, why are we pulling back? You had that. You had that in the bag. Why are you doing that? But they still are expanding, so it's kind of working out. Meanwhile, Adogo just has not been able to expand because they've been constantly fighting, but, you know, what do I know? Okay, it looks like Adogo might be on the attack. Finally, maybe they're attacking. No, they just go back. They just immediately go back. Adogo's making me lose my goddamn mind. I'm gonna have a goddamn coronary. Okay, we got a little conflict over here, over this village. It looks like, okay, Adogo took that out. And now it looks like Adogo is gonna try and attack, except, look like, dude. Look at how many lines there are going to just like this one village. out of Uidu. There are so many people just going right for Kostrin. If Kostrin even slightly remains under a Dogo control, I will be shocked. Absolutely shocked. There's no way Kostrin stands. Yeah, no, that shit's falling ASAP. Oh, holy shit! How did that happen? Afia got taken. I'm flabbergasted. Legitimately flabbergasted. Kostrin, getting taken over. Uidu has like 20 fucking armies here. Just finish it off. Just go for the kill. Okay, they're going for Palebi. They're going to take Bork. They are, again, taking over a lot of shit very rapidly. They take over Anidrin. They almost took Bork. They got pushed out of Bork. I don't know how Adogo is still up. It has been an absolute goddamn miracle they haven't been wiped off the map like 3 times over. It is straight up Uidu like giving them pity. They're gonna... Adogo retakes Afia. Because of course they do. They take Yelena. That's their first like gain in a while into opponent territory out of Adogo. That's good. Finally they've done something. They're gonna take back Palibi most likely. Except they're gonna lose Tiva, so they're losing this upper left. Right now they're losing this upper left. They just lost Yelena, so that was such a quick gain and loss. And now it's just like a matter of time, basically. And honestly, it might be a matter of time until they push these guys back out. Because that just seems to be a pattern. It just seems to be a pattern. That Adogo, that Uidu will take like half of their kingdom and then get pushed out. Yeah, they damn straight they do. I don't know if there's like behavior in game, but like I feel like there isn't. But god damn it, this game, this round is making me feel like a certain AI have certain behavior. Okay, Palibi gets taken over by Uidu. Uidu easily could probably take over another village or two. Adogo is sending out a lot of their troops out of these southern areas. That's huge. We'll speed it up. There we go. There we go. Gives them more area to go through. We'll also drop some grass seeds because I don't like looking at a bunch of dirt. They're just pushing through there now. Okay, Adogo getting pushed pretty far back at this point. I say that, and then they immediately start pushing back. This is absurd. They're so fragmented. There's no way Adogo comes back from this. There's no way. I was gonna say I'd do something, but like I'm like I don't wanna say I'm gonna do some dumb shit and then have to do it. I feel like there's no way because they're just getting pushed further and further back. And like now armies are coming through these tunnels. So it's not just like they're wrapping around here where it takes a while. Like no, there's more direct conflict along this line. And this line. Tiva is getting taken back over though by Adogo, which I'm shocked by. I hate Adogo so much. Why can't they just be even slightly competent? Kostrin getting taken back over by Adogo. Same with Arva. You know, I would say I'm sure surprised if this hasn't happened 20 fucking times already. Afia getting taken back over by Uidu. We're gonna speed this up to 3 times. Watch me speed it up to 3 times and all of a sudden it just ends. Like, that would totally happen. Okay, Tiva getting taken over by Uidu. Uidu pretty much pushing through uncontested, it looks like, through these lines. You know what would be crazy? If these areas made it to where Adogo somehow wins. Because like now they just can push through those. Uncontested. I don't know. This has been such a weird match. Uidu consistently taking like 2 to 3 villages. Maybe like 4. And then getting pushed out. This has been legitimately the exact same conflict for the last... since it started. I was trying to figure out what was happening. Okay. It looks like, and I've been saying it looks like Adogo is about to lose these 2 upper villages, which isn't great, because as we've gone over, there's no easy way to get back in here without taking over this village. And there's also no easy way to take this village, because these 2 will be under their control, right? So it makes it a little bit difficult. I can't, like, here's the issue. I can't force Adogo out of their camps. Like, I can't control the AI. This game is completely AI-based. So I can't really just be like, go. Like, no, I gave them the opportunities. Like, I opened up, like, lines. But they're just, like, not really taking them. Okay. Uidu takes those 2. That rhymed. Bars. B-A-R-S bars. Uidu still trying to make some more pushes. They are sending troops through these tunnels. That's huge. They're going to take any Mowo. Do I dare? Nope. I almost said, do I dare say they could take it? And then immediately everything melts down. Again, it is actually a pattern. This is an absurd pattern. It's obvious who should win. I don't disagree. 100% Uidu should win. Because they've just been taking over consistently. But the issue is, they also are immediately losing their gains once they take them. Like, they'll hold them for like a minute or 2 tops, and then it gets taken back over. And then it's the same story with the Dogo. They'll take their shit back, and then they lose it again. And it's just it's rinse and repeat. It's the exact same cycle. Okay, Any Mowo has taken has been taken over yet again by Uidu. Polybi has been taken over yet again by Uidu. Animowo getting taken back over by a Dogo. I feel like I'm a broken record here. And then of course Uidu retreats. I'm opening up more tunnels. We're opening up tunnels. Another one. Go. Yeah, I honestly, if a Dogo wins, they earned it. If a Dogo wins, I will take back all the shit talk I've given them so far. I don't see it happening. They almost just lost their capital. But their king is fighting. Their king is on the front lines. Is this their guy? No. This is their king right here. You know what? I tip it. I tip it. Having the king go to war, I respect it. He just fucking mollywopped like 4 guys there. Okay. Polybi gets retaken by Adobo. Arva, that's really quickly getting taken back. Arva gets taken back over. Tiva's getting taken over, though, by Uidu. There's something about Uidu that just makes my brain short circuit. Like, it's just like letters put together that should not be put together in that way. Same with Animowo. Like, Animowo is like a 50-50 shot on if I stroke out or not trying to say it. Like, okay. I don't even know if I should commentate when they retake shit. Oh my god, wait, there's a conflict happening over here. It's one guy. You know what? I respect that so much out of that guy. He was like, fuck it, I got like 3 people with me. We are going to try and take Inuina. And you know what? They did not take it. But goddammit, I respect the effort. One guy. Bro was aura farming there. He said, I'm not going out like a bitch. Dude, I can't even commentate some of these. They get taken and then lost so quickly. Like, I'm kind of shocked there hasn't been more settling along like these lines. Maybe they're not thick enough to where there can be, but like, I don't know. I figured there would have been more. Another example of one dude, one lone soldier just going for it. Come on. That's so, for some reason that was so funny to me. He just ran in, immediately got shot to death. Oh my god, that was so good. That was so fucking funny. Okay, we're gonna expand these a little bit more, try and hopefully get some villages spawned. That was so fucking funny. Ran in, got shot to death immediately, didn't even get to hit a person. Okay. Surely Adogo's dead, right? I've said it like 8,000 times. I know, it's basically becoming a running gag of this stream and this video. But surely they're dead here. There's no way. There's no way they come back from this. They are pushed into 4 separate corners, basically. Okay, Eddie Poro's dead for sure. That's gone. They're not retaking this upper corner unless they retake the whole map. Okay, I lied. Eddie Poro's still alive. I don't know how, but they are. You know, they're just so resilient. They're like cockroaches from a nuclear blast. They're just like refusing to die. Okay, nah, this is it. This is it. Adogo, you've had a hell of a run. I'm not gonna lie. They deserve a lot of respect. But they've lost their capital. And I don't think they are coming out of this. They have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 villages? We'll let them unify a little bit. We'll let these areas unify, right? Actually, no, we'll just open up all these boxes. Make it fair. Make it fair. No one gets a benefit. Everyone gets their boxes opened a little bit. Either this is going to speedrun it, or this is going to delay it again like a long time. Oh, it's speedrunning it. It's speedrunning it. Oh my god. Oh. Holy fuck. Now we're down to 5, baby. I think that we're about to witness the fall of Adogo. Chat, you were here. You saw it live. Adogo, legitimately, I think maybe took top 3 enemy villages at any point during this. They just got steamrolled. The only reason this wasn't over sooner was like, Uidu just took forever to actually be like, no, you know what, let's just throw people at them. Like, they just kept pulling their armies back. Once they were like, no, full send it, it was over. Alright. In the arms of an angel, fly away from here. Rest in peace, Adogo. Your champs for this tournament was Uidu. They cap out with 5,000 on the dot population. I have no idea how Adogo made it to the finals, but goddammit, they did give us 2 highlights of this stream and this video, with the one guy that aura farmed and the one guy that got fucking decked the second he came in the vicinity of a village. That could have not been the funniest, that was the funniest juxtaposition I've ever seen. That shit was so good. But yeah, Adogo, y'all fucking died. You guys went out with a bang, though. I have a lot of respect for it. Even if it was a complete failure. You did make it to the finals, and you did funny bits. So I gotta respect that. But yeah, that shit's over. Shout out Uidu. Hey, what's up, guys? So thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. And now, I guess it's time for my little special announcement. So, if you couldn't tell from this video, this one was live streamed. Live to viewers here on YouTube, as well as my Twitch. And all future videos are going to be done the same way. I'm going to be first live streaming them on YouTube and Twitch before then editing them into these shorter versions of that VOD. Yeah, this is just so I can actively, participate with the community and just, have a great time with you guys. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that all future videos are first going to be streamed. So if you want to catch a live stream, just be on the lookout. I truly appreciate you guys so much. Words cannot describe, genuinely how grateful I am for all of you guys. And yeah, now that I'm on summer break, gonna be a lot more videos, gonna be a lot more streams. So be on the lookout. And yeah, much love, guys, as always. And thank you for all the support. It means the world to me. Until next time, see you guys later. Peace out, everybody. Bye.